So today I'm going to be sewing up a crate of cut and come again lettuces. I'll be sewing some tall green leaves and a mixture of red and green cut and come again leaves. So they'll grow quite nicely this time of year and they will grow quickly and you can harvest them again and again. You should get 3 or 4 harvests out of a crate of this size. And then you can either sow some more seeds, renew the compost a little bit, give it a condition, and then sow some more seeds for the next crop. Or when you come towards the end of, say, the 3rd harvest, before you do the 4th, sow the seeds in another tray, and then you'll have a succession crop coming on. So we have our seeds. I'm just going to sprinkle them in my hand. If you sow them directly out of the packet, it can be a bit awkward to keep an even layer of seeds on the compost. So that makes it tricky when you come to thin them later on. And they all clump together, they don't grow so well, so you have to thin them out a little bit. So I'm just going to sprinkle these on to the compost layer as evenly as I can. So it's much easier to do this by hand than sprinkling directly out the packet. You tend to get a bit of an avalanche of seeds otherwise. So that's it, just give them a good sprinkling on all sections, make sure there's not like a space or anything. Now when you come to thin them, when you can see them, I've got too many seeds there, so that's fine. And when you come to thin them later on, you'll see at the point when they come to showing sort of 2 to 3 leaves, so they've got baby leaves and then you've got a good set of sort of adult leaves. When you come to thin them through at this point, just to spread them out, give them room to grow, you can fill in some of the gaps with the seedlings you're thinning out. When you're thinning, if you just put a dibber or your finger under the roots and just lift with one of the adult leaves very gently, because at that age they are very sensitive and very delicate. Lift them gently and then you can, with a dibber or your finger, you can then replant them in the gaps. So that's quite easy to do. So this stage, so you can see from there, nice light scattering of seeds in the container. The container I've just lined with it's an old coffee bean sack, I think it is actually, an old Hessian sack. I've got quite a few of them. I use them for hanging baskets, for lining hanging baskets. They work quite well. So I've just lined this crate with the sack, and then I've put the compost in on top, firmed it down. It works quite well that way. It lets the water run through. The Hessian sack is biodegradable as well, so by the end of the season I won't get another season out of each sack, so they'll break down quite nicely. They're compostable. So now I've sown the seeds, I'll give them a good watering. Be careful when you're watering them in. If you water them too harshly, should I say, you can wash the seeds away. So it's good to use either a jug, like I'm doing here if it's a smaller area, a watering can with a rose, not a hose. There we go. Just to get a good light flow of water over them, water them in nicely. Don't have to cover them or anything with vermiculite or more compost, as they are absolutely fine. Leave them in the sunshine, and in a couple of weeks, I wouldn't be surprised, 10 days, you'll start to see seedlings coming up. They'll be ready very soon. There we go. So that's your container planted. Let me just show you again. You see that? They'll be full in a matter of maybe a month or so, full of all sorts of cut and come again lettuces ready for the kitchen. So I've done a nice small crate so I can move it near the back door, so then I can just cut it from the kitchen straight away. As quick to the salad bowl as I can. And later on in the year I've got some bigger lettuces that I'm growing as well, which aren't quite ready yet, but I've put them outside. They'll be coming on and they'll be ready with my tomatoes. So yeah, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Check out the rest of the blog. So this is part of a series of videos and blogs I'm doing on easy to grow and quick to harvest vegetables. Hopefully they'll help you in your journey to grow your own food. Check out the coming weeks. Got 6 in the series and you should find them quite interesting. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all soon.